Hey, good evening, folks, and hey, Saya, how you doing? Saya has been meaning to play more of this. What's in this new update? Um, they apparently added a new game mode, from what I was reading in the notes on Steam. Um, Let me see if I can dig that up real quick. But they are, if you're not aware, they're developing a sequel to this game. It's called 112 Operator, which, from what I understand, 112 is the equivalent emergency code in Europe. So they're expecting that to be released sometime next year in 2020. And so anyway, they're developing 112 Operator. They're expecting that to be released sometime next year in 2020. So as a result, they're saying that this is the last update for this game, 911 Operator, so that they can focus all their dev resources on the new game. Um, but yeah, apparently, I mean, I was surprised just to see an update for this game. I mean, 911 Operator's been out for a few years now, and they've released quite a few updates over the last couple of years. So, anytime we get an update for this, I find it, a surprise. So, I mean, I guess it's old enough that I didn't expect that they would really be releasing any updates, but they're still doing it. So, I think that's pretty cool. You love it when devs stay with a game for a while. Yeah, yeah, same here. It's a nice surprise. But yeah, they're just basically saying that this is the final updates that the devs are publishing. They said they made a lot of rebalancing and bug fixes, which, in my opinion, from the last couple times that I played and streamed it, they really, really needed because some of the last patches, to me, unbalanced the game, unbalanced certain parts of the game. But they are introducing a new game mode called Single City Run, and they're saying the default gameplay mode in the new sequel 112 Operator will be based on that mode. So I don't know much about what that is, um, but I guess we'll try it and see how it is. I don't know if I'll try it tonight. What I'm mainly interested in tonight is just playing some of my standard gameplay mode just to see if it feels to me like the game has been the balance has been addressed as they've indicated. Hey, Bam Bam. I'm doing all right, Bam Bam. How you doing? Okay, so, but I own all the DLCs that came out for the game, but because the balance was kind of so bad with one of the last patch or two that they had put out, I had actually turned off some of the DLC because I was finding it unplayable in the state that it was. So hopefully they patched it, and I guess we'll see how it is. So let me see. They have a little asterisk here next to career mode. What is that? Oh, okay. So this is where they put the new gameplay mode. So here it is. It says Single City Run. Um, Choose one of the available cities and complete a set of chapters. Reach the reputation point threshold and a set number of duties to advance to the next chapter. Okay. Negative reputation fails duties. Calls will not repeat. Okay, interesting. Um, Actually, I don't remember seeing these other modes. Unique stories and daily routine. Okay, so unique stories says recommended for the first playthrough. Each call can only occur once. Maintain positive reputation. Yeah, that's standard. Daily routine takes more time to complete. A specific amount of reputation points is needed to proceed to the next city. Some calls may be repeated throughout your run. Okay, that's kind of like the normal game. All right, so they're putting a couple different twists on your career mode is basically what they were doing. But yeah, I guess this daily routine is what was the standard career mode. But they're putting a couple new twists on it, so that's interesting. Okay, but what I had been doing with my typical stream, and I haven't streamed 911 Operator in months actually. I think maybe February or so was the last time I played it. But what I had been doing is just doing free play in a random city. So the last time we played, I believe, well, we had been in Los Angeles for a while. So I had a pretty good police department built up there, and the last patch had unbalanced the game so bad I decided to move out of Los Angeles, and I started playing in, it was Tampa, I believe. So let's see what state we're in Tampa. And what I had found was necessary for us to do is basically start a new city from scratch, because the old city in Los Angeles, I think what we had kind of figured out playing through was that the new patches that they had put in were not compatible with an existing city save, so we kind of scratched the city and started from scratch, which is why we ended up in Tampa. Okay, so we have 4 duties in the books here. And yeah, that sounds about right for what we had gotten to on our last stream, the last time I actually even played this. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that looks like where we had left off. And let me see, I had nobody. Okay, so I have full staff already manned. How many squad units did I have? 11 total units. 5 police units, 3 paramedic units, and 3 fire units. Okay. No vehicles in the garage, no leftover equipment, no staff on the bench. Petty cash, 16,800 in the bank, which looks pretty good. Looks like no super high ranked officers, police officers. So yeah, so not a really green set of personnel, but looked like they were starting to level up. Starting to get some good equipment on board, and yeah, it looks like a not bad for a moderately sized starting department here. Okay. So I think we can go with a couple duties and just see kind of how it feels. See if we can detect any changes to see if the patch was effective anywhere. I'm kind of tempted to maybe start a new department from scratch. Actually, I'm going to back out of Tampa for a minute. And I'm going to see if do I have any save data in, for example, New York City? Alright, so New York City showing 0 duties, so yeah. So I was kind of thinking maybe starting a new city from scratch, just to kind of see how things progress, but maybe we'll come back to that. Maybe I will do a couple more duties in Tampa from my existing save, and then depending on how that goes, we could always start another city from scratch. Alright, so let me go back to Tampa and we'll run a couple duties and see how it goes. Okay, so, I mean, I don't think there's anything for us to do to prep, so let's just roll right into a shift. Alright, so let's see. So where are units deployed? So we have 1, 2, 3 patrol car units, 1 police van, and 1 motorcycle unit. And on this map, we don't have a lot of police stations distributed. It's basically just these 3 locations. Okay. And we have 1, 2, 3 paramedic units pretty well distributed amongst the corners of the map. And 1, 2 standard fire trucks, north and south deployments. And our fire department tech truck is kind of centrally located here. That's a good location, I would think. Alright, and we have about 16K in petty cash, so we don't have a big budget for reinforcements, but hopefully we won't need any reinforcements if necessary. Alright, let's start the duty.
2247 West Monroe. You got any FTOs with PPO info?
Hey, Chainwheel. Hey, welcome back, man. How you doing? Alright, so let's see our first call. We got a wrong way driver, 1 suspect. So we'll send a patrol car to take a look at him. Good to see you, Chain.
113 Lieutenant, that's 1011 on 116.
Alright, so it's 1 suspect. Easy ticket being written there. New call here, epilepsy attack. 1 person in need of assistance. Dispatch an ambulance, and we'll take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a fire here.
Where are you, sir?
In front of...
So what's on fire?
I guess it's a living room.
I need you to be more specific, sir. Is the room in a house or an apartment?
It's situated in an apartment building.
All right, so how big is the fire?
It's kind of big, like the size of a bonfire.
Is the fire spreading anywhere?
I don't think so.
You're not inside, are you?
No, I saw the fire through a window.
Do you know if there's anyone inside?
Yes, I think so. I heard a scream just before I called.
That's
the fire
not good.
department is on the way.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll send a standard fire truck to check that out, but because he heard a scream inside, I think I'll also send an ambulance to back them up. I got another call coming in. Accident by drunk driver. Alright, so we got a free patrol car here. Let's send that, and we could use another ambulance. How long is this call taking? Okay, this one just freed up, so we'll send the ambulance to this call as well. Shane says, do it okay? Good, Shane. Alright, broken bone. Person was reported broken bone by falling. Okay. So we got 1 free ambulance, kind of in the far north side of the map, but they're the only free unit, so we'll send them to handle that. Let's take a look at this fire here. How bad is this? So we got 2 injuries. Looks like the fire is out. Is that the right call? Looks like it is. Let me take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a strange car parked here.
Where's the car parked?
In the shopping mall parking.
Can you give me the address of where this car is parked, sir? Is the car parked in a prohibited area?
The car is blocking the traffic.
Okay.
I'll have an officer check it out and they'll decide if the car should be towed.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, so we'll just send a patrol car there to check that out. In the meantime, I saw a case here. What was this? Parents report a missing child, possible abduction. However, there's no information if someone is involved. Okay. So I sent a motorcycle unit to check that out immediately. I'm going to send another patrol car to help on the search there. This is kind of a search and rescue pattern, one of the new mechanics they introduced in a patch last fall. So the expectation here is to execute a grid search. Let's see, what's this new call that came in? Another broken bone. So luckily we got a free ambulance in his area. And we'll dispatch them immediately. Let's see, what was this call? This was the parking violation. Car blocking the traffic. All right, so that's being handled. Another dispatch here. Road rage incident. Speeding vehicle, multiple violations. All right, so we got a free patrol car here. Have them run that down. So not doing too bad right now with call coverage. Let's take a look at the list, see if I'm missing anything.
2247 West Monroe.
Broken bone, parking violation, road rage incident. That's being handled. Looks like they're locking that guy up and sending him to jail. Alright, let's see what else popped up here. Homicide. Witnesses saw an act of committing murder. Ooh, that's nasty. Let me send the police van to handle that. And I might send them some backup, depending on the nature of that call. Let's take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? There's an unconscious man here on the pavement.
Okay, where's that?
Where are you calling from?
Around.
Shane says you sure juggle these incidents well. Only when the game's behaving, Shane.
Did you see him pass out?
No, he was on the ground when I found him.
Does he have any visible injuries?
No, I think he's not injured.
Is he drunk?
Is it possible he's drunk?
Yeah, he smells like hell.
Alright, we'll just send a police car.
Is he breathing?
Yeah.
Alright, doesn't need an ambulance, just needs probably to have somebody take him away to the drunk tank.
I'm going to send a police officer to check up on him as well, okay? Wait there until he arrives.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Sorry, 10-4, thank you.
But yeah, we just got a new patch here, Shane. So this is what the developers are saying are going to be their final patch on 911 Operator until their new game comes out in 2020. So basically and they needed a patch because I think the last couple patches unbalanced the game. So they're saying the new patch is supposed to restore a balance in addition to... Oh, it's a heart attack. Let me get an ambulance there immediately. So we're just, it's my first time playing it since the patch came out, which was just earlier this week. All right, what else we got here? Legal software. Ownership of legal software. Whoa, where's the shots fired? Oh, that's where I sent the police van. Let me send them some backup immediately. I got one car in the neighborhood there. That's just one suspect. They should be okay. They could probably handle that themselves. All right, what do we got here? This is the illegal software. So I'll just send a motorcycle unit over there to take a look at that. That's probably like a fine or something. What else popped up here? A rape. Woman is being sexually assaulted. Ooh. We get a free patrol car there quickly. Take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
And an ambulance.
I'm calling to report a bum.
Oh, wait. I need the ambulance down here. I'll dispatch another ambulance.
Could you please tell me your address?
I'm at...
Okay, so what's going on there?
There's a bum lying around. Get him out of here.
What's he doing?
Can you approach him and check his vitals? Is he conscious and breathing?
No way. I'm not going to touch him.
Your decision to approach him or not may determine whether he lives or dies.
Well, I guess I can, but I'm not going to touch him.
Great. Please let me know what his condition is.
He's lying down and not moving. Hello? He isn't responding.
I understand. I'll send an ambulance.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Alright, so we get an ambulance over there quickly. Let's see what else popped up here. Wrong way driver. Alright, too bad for him. There's a cop right around the corner. What are we waiting on here? So this is what they cleared that call, whatever that was. I think that was, oh, that was the SWAT van handling whatever that was. I forgot what it was now. And this is what? This is the rape call. So a police officer is right there, and we got a ambulance trailing them to the call. One victim who's injured, and looks like the assailant has a knife. Oh, that's nasty. Let me send him some backup, just in case he gets stupid. Alright, what else do we need here? What is this call? Oh, that's the heart attack. A heart attack, rather. I didn't see that. Do we have a free ambulance? Just down here in the southwest. Did I miss anything else? What is this? Oh, that's the bum call. Let's take this call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? I've been shot by my Uber driver.
Where did this happen? What's your name?
My name's Jake. Jake Donovan.
Where have you been shot?
In the chest and in the leg.
Do you have a belt?
Yes, I have a belt. Fuck, it hurts.
I need you to wrap your belt tight about 2 inches above the gunshot wound on your leg. That will stop most of the bleeding.
Okay. Alright, done.
Are you breathing okay? Is there a lot of blood coming from your chest?
No, I'm breathing fine, but there is a lot of blood.
I need you to rip your shirt and use it to cover up the wound. You need to try and stop the bleeding.
Okay. Done.
Did you see what direction the driver went?
I don't know. East?
Do you know what type of car it was and what color it was?
They were driving a blue Chevy Cruze.
I need you to stay calm. Emergency services are on their way.
Please have them hurry. I might pass out.
All right, they're right there. Luckily for him. So I had diverted rather the ambulance who I was going to send to the heart attack to him, because that was really, he was really close, and I diverted another ambulance to cover the heart attack. I'm hoping that won't time out before the ambulance gets there, but what I did instead was also send a fire unit there just to hopefully they'd get there before this call timed out. I didn't want the heart attack victim to time out. That would have been bad. All right, so let's see what else we got here. This is a search pattern for what? Oh, this is a missing child call. Okay, so I saw that pop up while I was taking the other phone call. I'm going to send a little bit more help for them. The more units I put on the search grid, the quicker they can resolve the grid. We can also micromanage the search grid if we want to and assign units, square by square. Let's see what else. Is there anything else that popped up? ATM robbery. 2 suspects armed. Okay, that sounds like a job for the SWAT unit. Let's send them in immediately. We're also going to send them some backup. Let's see what else we got. Speeding call. So that's just a traffic violation. Tell you what, let's divert this unit back here, and I'll send the backup. I'll send this unit to back up the police van on the ATM robbery. What is this called? Home invasion. 2 suspects possibly armed, 1 injury. I don't have any free police units right this second. Yes, I do. These 2 just freed up. I'll send 1 unit there as well as this ambulance. Let's take a look at the incident list, make sure I'm not missing anything. We're from the headlines, right, Shane? Yeah, I've heard cases like that. Makes you wonder if that was really his Uber driver, if it was just some thug pretending to be an Uber driver, looking for easy victims, right? All right, so shift clock is over. So this should be our last call of the night. All right, so they need some backup. Okay, luckily we got some free police units. And did I assign that? Yes, I did assign an ambulance to that call. Looks like the search and rescue grid cleared, so I hopefully it means they found the missing child that they were looking for kind of in the west over here. And what else is going on here? Home invasion, possibly armed. Everything's okay, so they close it out. Looks good. Alright, so doesn't look too bad. No red check marks on our shift summary here. So it looks like we didn't miss any calls. Woohoo! And let's take a look here. So we got 3 promotions. 1 injury here, unfortunately. Looks like minor injury. He's down for 1 day. Alright. But 2 more promotions here. Alright, so not too bad. So we had 22 total cases. Let's see, 6 arrests. Reputation of plus 68 on the reputation points, so that's pretty good. And this is new, efficiency rating. I think that's brand new. I think that just came out with the patch. I don't remember seeing that. 100%, yeah, that's pretty good. So let me see. Finances. We ended up with $8,100 plus in fines, $68K in rewards. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Jeez. Profit for the shift is $67K. And my most important stat for every shift, as usual, is 0 deaths. No deaths on my watch, which is the only thing we kind of really care about. All right, so let's take a look at the shift reports, the summary here. So some of the incoming call center calls. Say caller reported a fire. People were inside the burning building. Oh, that was the apartment building fire the guy called in. So we had sent, I think, 1 fire. We sent an ambulance to back them up. And luckily we did it because it looks like that we had 2 people found on the scene were given first aid. And obviously the fire was quickly extinguished. And no deaths there. All right, so that was a successful call. Was truly rocking. Thanks, Shane. Yeah, the game seems to be kind of back to normal in terms of kind of the amount of calls that we get and our ability to kind of, keep up with them. Because the game had gotten unbalanced with the last couple patches. It seems like we were getting some calls that were just popping one after another, and they were just kind of piling on, And it was kind of starting to become unplayable with certain scenarios. So I had started kind of turning off some of the DLCs and doing a bunch of things, trying to get the balance restored. But it sounds like the devs heard enough of those complaints, and this patch was supposed to address that. So far, so good. All right, so let's see what else we got. Parking violation. Car reported a car parked in the wrong area. Okay, yeah, that's the guy who called in and says the car was blocking the traffic. Caller was checked and reported. Parked car was given a ticket, $1,000 fine there, plus 3 on that, so that's not too bad. So unconscious man here. Oh, this was the guy who I said probably belonged in the drunk tank. So yeah, drunk man was put in handcuffs, taken into custody, plus 3 reputation there, but no fines or anything. Seems to have a realistic rhythm now. Yeah, it does seem a lot better. But I do still have a couple of the DLC options turned off, so I might roll them back in and see how the game plays after that. Let's see, the other call center calls we got here. So, this is the call, like Shane said, ripped from the headlines, where the guy called he was shot by his Uber driver. Poor guy. Injured passenger was given first aid and taken to the hospital. So luckily he was reached in time and treated for his injuries, so we didn't lose him. But what I don't see here is because I did dispatch police units at the same time. Looks like we didn't find the Uber driver, even though we had a description, excuse me, a description of the car. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, he said it was a blue Chevy Cruze, but unless there's another call down here after. But no, this is the homeless call here. So yeah, I don't think we got the Uber driver. That's unfortunate. Let's see, homeless call. Caller reported a homeless person lying down in a public space, so we dispatched an ambulance. Unconscious homeless man was given first aid, taken to the hospital. Caller was checked and reported, successfully resolved. +2 there, so okay. So it seems like that poor homeless guy had some legit injuries there. It doesn't sound like he was just, a random drunk or anything. And that was our last call center call. So let's take a look at some of the other non-call center dispatches we got. Let's see, epilepsy attack +3, broken bone +2. This guy was heavily injured. People having a tough time. Another broken bone here, +2 there. Here's a road rage incident. I do remember seeing that. So they put that guy in handcuffs, took him to jail. All right, +2 for that. Okay, here's a missing child call. So it just says, I guess they found him and said he was given first aid, and that was it. So +5 on that. That seems pretty easy. Heart attack call, we didn't miss that, +3. Legal software. I kind of remember absent-mindedly dispatching, I think, the motorcycle unit to look at that. Oh, look at that. He got a big fat ticket. $3,326, man. What the heck kind of software was he caught with? Wasn't arrested, though, just fined. All right. But that's okay. We like the fine calls because we can use all the petty cash that we can get. Okay, so this was a homicide call. I remember that. And Hell Martin started a fight, severely injured, was given first aid, then was heavily injured and taken to the hospital, where I assume he was arrested. +7 on that, so good response there. Wrong way driving call. Tyler King given a ticket, $1,410. Another fat ticket. Let's see. Hey, Scott. How you doing, Scott? And this was the rape call. I remember that. So, Jerry Wang, suspect, was put in the handcuffs, taken into custody. James Reed was given first aid. Okay, so we caught the suspect and tended to injuries of the victim. So +5 on that. And let's see. Heart attack was okay, +3. Missing child. Oh, we had 2 missing child calls. Okay. So this one, given first aid, successfully resolved as well, +5. Let's see. Speeding ticket here, another grand plus. ATM robbery. I remember that one too. So we sent the SWAT van to deal with that. +4 on that. 2 suspects put in handcuffs, taken to custody. No injuries reported, so I guess we were able to take them in without any violence. So good there. And here's our last dispatch of the day, was a home invasion. Looks like there were 1, 2, 3, 2 suspects arrested. Subdued in a fight. And 1 person given first aid. I assume that's the homeowner. So +3 on that. So yeah, pretty good shift. 1 minor injury for police units. So that person, Ian Brooks, Officer Ian Brooks, looks like they're going to be out of off shift for 1 day. So what unit were they on? Looks like they're on squad car number 3. So we got to get this guy a partner before we roll out with this unit again. And we'll get Officer Brooks back here in 1 day. So it's not too bad. So Scott, I picked up the BR-155 during the sale this week. Finally. I've been waiting on a sale for that for a while, but so far that's the only thing I picked up for Train Sim World on the Steam sale. Did you find any deals, Scott, this week so far? Any other deals? And also, as you can see, I did get my gaming rig back repaired and back in service. Chain says that rape incident, male on male. Yeah, I noticed that too. Not what one would have expected. Yeah, well, it is 2019, right, Chain? I guess anything's possible. So, Chain, are you back home now, or are you still in Texas? Because, yeah, Scott, I don't think I told you guys last week, but I had heard from Chain offline. Chain's mom passed away a couple weeks ago. So, again, Chain, deepest sympathies, man. I was really sorry to hear about that. So I know you got a lot to deal with. I didn't know if you were home now, if you're still in Texas. Back home now, thankfully. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I want to ask you if you got everything done, because I know how that goes, man. You're gonna be dealing with stuff like that for months and months. So, but good. I'm glad to hear you're home safe, and hopefully find a little bit of time to relax anyway. Oh, no problem, Chain. Okay, so let's see. So we're up to 83K, almost 84K in petty cash now. And our department is pretty well equipped at this point. I'm trying to think, is there anything I want to start spending some money on now that I have a little bit of money? I mean, do we want to work towards another police unit? A couple hires? I feel like we're kind of able to handle coverage for this area pretty good. That's why you're here to relax. Good to hear, Chain. Yeah, again, man, glad to see you. Glad to see you. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I think I want to try to get some coverage on our number 3 squad unit. So, in this game, motorcycle units are 2-person squads, which is kind of odd to me. I always think of a motorcycle as a single-person squad. So I think what I'll do is I'll rotate one officer to kind of sit number 3 unit here until we can get our injured officer back. And this officer here, Lillian Rogers, she can probably ride the motorcycle by herself. And we'll just be very careful about what type of duties we assign for the motorcycle unit while her partner is kind of being loaned out to our squad unit here. But I don't think I'm going to make any more assignment changes or spend any cash at this point. I don't think we're hurting for anything. Looks like most of our officers on the police squads are pretty well equipped. And they have their sidearms, they have their body armor, they have their system terminals, their basically their laptop computers, which is pretty much everything I usually like to do. The one thing I could do is start looking at some more heavy armament for our SWAT unit or our police van, which I tend to run as SWAT units. Maybe we can start giving them some better weaponry. That might be a good time for us to do that. So let me see. We've got a couple police rifles we can maybe buy. They're only about 3K. Maybe a rifle and a shotgun. Motor Squad as 2, yeah, seems odd. And IRL is strictly a 1-person show, right? Exactly. Yeah, but it's just the way they did it in the game, so I mean, I don't know. I think it would be kind of awkward to have, 2 of them riding, kind of, back to back on the same seat. So I kind of think of it as an officer in a sidecar, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it's still kind of weird for a police unit, but that's just the way they coded it in the game. All right, so let's see. But yeah, I think what I want to do is, who's our best marksman on our police van? So let's see. Got Moore here, he's 85. Hill here, she's 60. Morris is 81. And Parker is 75. So I would say Morris and Moore looks like our best, kind of our best shots. So I think they'll be their first candidates for upgraded, let's call them tactical weapons. So let's see. Morris is she the best shot or is Moore? It looks like Morris. I'll give him the assault rifle. And I'm going to give Morris, I think, the shotgun. And we'll upgrade probably the other 2 officers in this unit in the next set of upgrades. Chain says, unless they do a chips kind of thing. You know what? I haven't seen chips in so long, Chain. I don't even remember what they did. What's the chips thing? You know what? Do we have a couple of nice recruits kind of that we could hire here? Actually, I think I'm going to hire this officer immediately. Alan Villegas. His rating of 90 in driving and 93 in marksmanship. So I think I'm going to hire this guy right away. And that actually makes me reconsider my assignments. There were 2 officers on 2 bikes that were paired, and they went everywhere together. Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure that's what they intended here, because you buy single vehicles, and this is shown as a single vehicle, but I guess, you know, in terms of realism, yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. 2 officers on 2 bikes. That would make more sense, that's for sure. So let's see. But because this guy has pretty high marksmanship, I think I'm going to rotate him into the police van, kind of our SWAT unit here. So let me see. Who would I be replacing? I'd probably be replacing this officer, Ashley Hill. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate Officer Hill to join this one, Rogers, on the motorcycle unit. I'm going to put Officer Villegas here right into our SWAT team. And he comes in with a little rank because he comes in at sergeant. Is he a better marksman than this one? He is. So unfortunately, sorry, Officer Moore, who just got his shiny new assault rifle. I think Officer Villegas is going to get that. And we're going to give Officer Moore one of these spare sidearms, so we can get him an upgrade. We are going to need some body armor, I think, for Officer Villegas here. So let's buy that. Where's that body armor? Right here. Alright, so it's $1,500 for that. It's a dev's world, though, and they can do whatever they please, exactly. Yeah, plus it's a foreign developer, so maybe things are a little bit different in Europe, where the developer is from. Hey, Blast Pop, welcome. How you doing, Blast Pop? And also, Chain, they're developing a new game. So the patch that we got for this game tonight for 911 Operator is the last official developer patch. and they will be releasing a new game called 112 Operator in 2020. So this last patch is kind of like their farewell gift to 911 Operator as they divert all their development resources into the new game, 112 Operator. Blast Pop says, hanging in there. You feeling better, Blast Pop? I know you said you were a little bit under the weather last week. Blast Pop also says abandonware. Yeah, you know what, Blast Pop? Doing better. Okay, good. I definitely wouldn't call this abandonware because they have been, even though 911 Operator is an older game, we have a brand new patch for this game this week. And they have been releasing occasionally, surprise patches for this game for months now. I think we got like 3 patches over the past calendar year. Which, I mean, that's pretty good, So, I mean, they really didn't have to provide that level of support for kind of a small indie game like that, but they kind of have. So, I give them credit for that. But yeah, they are, kind of diverting their resources to a new game starting in 2020 sometime. So, but it's nice that they kind of gave us a new patch for this as a going away present. All right, so let's see. So I think our police officers are set, at least for this shift. So we got a new hire. We assigned him to our SWAT unit, and let's take a look. Is there anything else we want to do? So we got our 3 medical units. Do I want to buy them any equipment? Because I haven't given them kind of any upgrades, really. I mean, we could give them defibrillators. That might be a good addition. Chest compression systems. Or, because one of the new DLCs that came out recently for this is kind of the search and rescue DLC, I could give at least one of these units some augmented search and rescue equipment. Because they have things like a search and rescue vest, which includes, special radios, flashlights, and other gear just for search scenarios. They have a search and rescue drone, which, provides, additional aerial support. They have thermal imaging, which is kind of like, heat sensing, kind of night vision systems. Or actually, there is a night vision system here. So, and there's even a search and rescue dog you can add. And basically all these things kind of add to, their search stats. Kind of allows them to respond and close out those cases quicker. So, in theory, I could add a little bit of this equipment to one of these units. Oh, night vision system is only for police units. Okay. The rest of these are mostly kind of general purpose equipment. You know what? I'm not going to make any decisions right now on this. And a lot of this equipment I probably would assign to a fire company unit instead. But I don't think I want to spend the money right now. Let's just run another shift, and I'll think about it after our next deployment. Alright, so I think we were okay with our distribution of units on the last shift. I don't think I need to make any changes. Alright, so none of our crews are short-handed. We're back to two officers riding on a motorcycle units. Alright, so let's start the duty. Alright, first dispatch. Accident by drunk driver. 1 suspect, 1 injury. Alright, so let's send a patrol car and an ambulance also. Respond to that immediately.
Got any FTOs with a PPO info?
Alright, so what is this here? This is a speeding. Car reported speeding. Perfect assignment for our motorcycle unit. It's peeking on this one. So we got one suspect, one injury. They'll be fine there. Let's take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a strange car parked here.
Where's the car parked?
In the shopping mall parking.
Can you give me the address of where this car is parked, sir? Is the car parked in a prohibited area?
Yes, there's a sign here saying no parking.
Okay.
I'll have an officer check it out and they'll decide if the car should be towed.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, so we'll take a patrol unit, send them to that case, and best case would hopefully be a nice traffic ticket out of that. All right, how are we doing here with this drunk driving accident? So we're taking one person to the hospital and one person being arrested. All right, so good call there. Home invasion. Suspects have entered a house probably with hostile intent. All right, perfect call for the SWAT van. Let's get them on that. And as soon as we free up an ambulance, we'll send the medical backup. Matter of fact, here's a free ambulance there. Let's see, now we have a red light offense. Car was reported driving through a red light. All right. Got a free patrol unit. Send them to run that down. All right, so far so good. Pretty manageable things. Drinking in public. Some people drinking in public. 2 suspects. All right, got a free patrol unit. Let's send them. Shouldn't be too bad. Just check the Steam page. This game is made in Poland. Yes. Yeah, it's a foreign developer. Yeah, I was mentioning that a little bit earlier. Might have been just before you came in, Blast Pop. And they will be putting out a new game, 112 Operator, next year, which is, I think 112 is the European emergency code.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? My stomach hurts really bad.
What's your address, sir? So how long have you had this stomach pain?
It's about 2 weeks, I guess.
So why haven't you gone to a doctor, sir?
I wasn't able to do it. I took a few days off of work, but the pain was so overwhelming, I literally haven't gotten out of my bed since Tuesday.
Poor guy. Yeah, we'll send him an ambulance. We got a free unit, so why not?
Okay, I'll send the ambulance.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll wait for them to get here. Bye.
Alright, so that didn't sound like a dire emergency, but since I got a free ambulance just kind of hanging out, we'll send a unit to check the poor guy out. Do I have all the DLC? Yes, I do, Blast Pup. Let's see. Drinking in public, 2 suspects. So we got a free police unit kind of in the neighborhood. That's kind of a long trip to go up and down for them, but do I have anybody closer? I mean, I could send this motorcycle unit, but the motorcycle unit can't transport suspects if they have to make an arrest, so we're better off with a patrol car. So hopefully they won't time up before they get there. What else we got here? We've got a fight. Gangs are using clubs to fight. 4 possibly armed suspects. All right, so we'll send the SWAT van there, and we'll also send this free police unit to back them up, and we will send this ambulance to handle the injuries. Might need to send a second ambulance. That sounds like a nasty fight there. Let's see what happens. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 suspects. We know. They're coming.
You got any FCOs with PPO info?
All right, everybody's on scene there. Medical unit is en route. All right, so they should be okay there. What's this that just popped up? Fire alarms. Smoke detectors activated. A fire alarm in the student dormitory. All right, large fire. 2 injuries. All right, so we'll send a tech truck because they're nearby. Standard fire unit because that's their jurisdiction. We'll also send this ambulance to cover that immediately. Let's see. So that should be okay there. What's this that popped up? Another fight? Jeez, we're running out of police units. Let's take this phone call, though.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, there's an unconscious man here.
Where are you calling from?
Around...
Did you see him pass out?
No, down when I found him.
Does he have any visible injuries?
There's blood on his face, and he has a black eye.
Alright, he needs medical attention.
Is he breathing?
Wait a second. Oh God, he's not breathing.
Is there anything in his mouth that's blocking his airway?
No, nothing.
Do you know how to perform CPR?
What? I don't know what that is.
Okay, put your phone on speaker mode and follow my instructions.
I won't do that. I'll hurt him or something.
You have to help it. You might even face a fine if you refuse.
Okay, fine.
Place your hands in the center of the man's chest and start compressions. 30 times. Faster than 1 compression per second.
Okay. 1, 3.
Now tilt his head back, pinch his nose holding his chin up with your other hand, cover his mouth with yours, and blow. Then repeat it one more time and go back to the chest compressions.
Okay.
Great. Continue until the ambulance arrives.
Hurry.
Alright, so I hope this ambulance gets there in time. In the meantime, another large fight broke out while our SWAT van was handling the first one. So I'm going to send the SWAT van there immediately. And a couple other police units to back them up. Meantime, what's going on here? Alright, they got enough backup coming there. Another home invasion. Jeez. Nasty night. So we got one free police unit, and they also need medical attention there. We'll get them sent. Let's see. Also here, they need additional medical attention, so I'll send a paramedic unit there. And now all my paramedics are occupied, so hopefully they'll free up some more units soon, or some cases soon. What do we got going on here? Suspicious person. Guy's carrying a gun. Jeez, I'm out of police units right now. Let's take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? I would like to report a robbery.
Where did this happen?
Around...
How long ago did this happen?
a moment ago.
Do you have any injuries?
Yeah, my friend is hurt.
What happened to your friend?
They knocked him down. He's hurt and is having breathing problems.
Okay, just make sure he doesn't move until the ambulance
Not
arrives.
too bad for him. I don't have any free ambulances right now.
Did they have any weapons?
Yeah, they had a bat and a knife.
Are your attackers still in the area?
I have no idea. They ran away somewhere.
We'll take care of it. Just wait for emergency services to arrive.
Yeah, I will.
Alright, unfortunately, I just realized I have a broken bone call here that I don't have anybody to respond to. I think I'm going to lose that one. That's probably going to time out. Let's see. In the meantime, we got some armed suspects here. I don't have anybody to respond. I'm starting to run out of units. Alright, what else popped up here? So, construction incident, large technical job. So, let's send the fire department unit there. And where's that tech truck? Tech truck is here. Let's send a tech truck there to help with that. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. This is the home invasion. 2 armed suspects. How are they managing? They look like they're doing okay. That hasn't escalated to violence yet. And they got 1 injury being dealt with. So, okay, so they're arresting these suspects without violence. Okay, good call there. Do I have a free ambulance? Okay, let me get an ambulance up to this broken bone call before that time's out. In the meantime, what else popped up? Dog has bitten a person. That's a minor issue, but I'm going to send a ambulance there immediately. What am I missing? Oh, this was that woman who just called in a second ago. Let me get a couple units there. And I need an ambulance to cover there. This is my only free ambulance. I'm kind of out of position, but fine. See if we can catch the attackers on scene before they get too far away. Alright, here's the 2 attackers. They were caught on scene, so we do have backup coming there. We know backup's coming. And I got an ambulance coming. Alright, so luckily we were able to catch those suspects. What else popped up there? 2 more things. A party, that's not a big deal. Let's take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
So, I shot my leg off.
You chopped off your leg?
I helped my cousin in the workshop push wood with my leg and and slipped into the pres. I can't take it out. Please help.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
At
Okay, poor guy.
Is your cousin with you?
No, he went out for good. He'll be back in the evening, but there's no one here. There's no one around.
Alright, that guy needs help.
The tie around your leg.
Amputation, that's bad. But I don't have a free medical unit quite yet. This one will free up in a minute as soon as they drop off
I want you to take off
patients.
tear it
But I'm
off.
going to send a fire department unit there to see if they can help him until the ambulance frees up.
Okay.
I think I equipped my fire department units with first aid kits, so they can at least tend to him until we get the paramedics on scene. What else popped up in the meantime?
Done.
Good. I know this won't be easy, but I need you to calmly breathe.
Alright, that looks like a missing
The ambulance
person
will arrive soon.
call.
I think I'm passing out.
No, you're not. Keep talking to me. Tell me, do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I have a fiance. We were gonna get married in 2 months.
Send the psych unit? Yeah. I think I am the psych unit, Shane.
You're gonna be fine. I need you to stay awake.
Please tell her that I loved her. Okay, will you? If I pass away here, say that I thought about her. I beg you. You promise?
But listen, you're gonna tell her yourself, okay? The ambulance is almost there.
Alright, that guy just passed out. So, alright, that ambulance just freed up. We're going to divert them immediately to help that guy. But paramedics are on scene. Not paramedics, fire department's on scene, so they should give him preliminary first aid. Hopefully they'll stabilize him. Alright, so who needs backup? What is that call? That is an ATM robbery. Okay, so that was one of the things that came in while I was handling that phone call. So I got one unit on the scene there. They're going to need medical help, and this call next to them also needs some medical help. So I'm kind of... Where are all my ambulances? They're kind of all tied up. So, which call is this? This is another robbery. Alright, they just freed up. Let me divert that ambulance down here, because they need, even though they're carrying one patient, they have another free seat, and they need an ambulance to close this call out. Alright, let's get this guy some help. Alright, and these are our last calls of the day right here. So our shift clock is zeroed. So we're dealing with a party here. This is just fines being written. Let's give them another patrol unit to help close out these fines quicker. This is just clerical work, so the more police units I can get there, the quicker they can write the tickets and close those cases out. Alright, what are we down to now? ATM robbery is being dealt with. They just need medical attention. Ambulance is on the way. And then what else do we have? Construction incident right next door. Busy neighborhood there. And the missing person with Alzheimer's. That's the one I missed. So let me just get any free units there before that time's out. So we'll send a fire department unit there. We got a free police unit here. Let's send them. It's kind of far across the map. I'm hoping that won't time out before they can kind of deal with that. I'll also send another ambulance down there. And let's see. Motorcycle unit just freed up. Let's send them as well. So the more units we can get there, the quicker they can close out the search and rescue grid. And what are we doing here? What is taking so long to close this case out? God. Construction incident. One injured party. So we need one more medical transport. And let's see, what else do we need? So it's just a construction incident and the missing person. Oh, with schizophrenia, they said. Patient of a mental health institute has left the facility unattended. Alright, so we got our first fire department unit on the scene. Now we got our police bike on the scene. We got another police unit dispatched. And we got a paramedic unit en route. And alright, they found him. And they still need medical attention. So let's get an ambulance down there. The other one seems to be taking too damn long. Hey, Deffies. In the zone? Yeah, just trying to keep up with stuff. How you doing, Deffies? And then I catch up on chat, and our shift is over. Woohoo! All right, so that was a little more hectic than our first shift. 23 cases. So our efficiency dropped from 100 to 94%. Wah wah. But we got 2 more promotions: 1 police officer and 1 paramedic, both promoted. All right, good for them. Let's see, 15 arrests, 11 hospitalizations, a reputation of plus 60, net profit of $60K on the shift, $9,500 in fines. That's pretty good. $60K in rewards, and no red marks on the shift. Okay, that was pretty good. I felt like in the middle of that there that I was starting to run out of units, but I guess we got handled just in time for everything. So no red marks on the shift there, and 0 deaths. Again, always my most important stat. Exactly, Blast Pop. No one died. That's always the most important stat to me, anyway, personally. Daffy says, watching the game, drinking a bud. Nice, Daffy's. All right, so let's take a quick look through the shift summary, see about some of our interesting cases. So I see we had a first call center call, parking violation, guy called in, car parked in the wrong area, in a handicapped spot. So it says, owner of the car broke the law, but intervention of emergency services wasn't necessary. Okay, so they didn't think I needed to send a police car there, but the reason I send police cars to parking violations is because of fines, right? So that's money right to our petty cash. So we got a $1,000 ticket out of that. Car was removed. I mean, plus 2 reputation. Yeah, so yeah, I would say that is worth it. All right, so then we had another call center call. Guy called in, reported of a stomach ache. So he had been in bed for about 2 weeks, or he was suffering for about 2 weeks, and he was trapped in bed because the pain got worse. So we sent an ambulance only because we had a free ambulance. So we got plus 2 on that. Let's give him first aid on the spot. So good for him. Lucky him. Let's see. So this was an unconscious man reported. And, okay, this is the one we instructed the caller to give him CPR. And she successfully gave him CPR. Paramedics arrived, took him to the hospital, plus 3 reputation on that. And let's see, this is the poor guy who cut his own leg off. And so we sent a fire department unit to cover that because all our paramedics were so busy. Daffy says Sam Adams definitely better. Yeah. Yeah, Bud's not necessarily my favorite. But yeah, I'll take a Sam if you got one. All right, so we got their response in time. Blood loss caused fainting. He's taken to the hospital, plus 4 on that. So good for him. This was a robbery call. I don't remember that one. Let's see. Oh, yes, I do. That was the woman who called in and said there was a robbery reported and her friend was injured, right? He was having trouble breathing. So we arrived on scene. We actually found the thief. Or the thieves. Looks like one thief. So he started a fight, was severely injured, probably because he ran into our SWAT unit. I think our SWAT unit responded to that, but I'm not sure. He was heavily injured, taken to a hospital. Friend was given first aid. Thief was put in the handcuffs. No, it looks like there were 2 thieves. Okay, so we did find 2 suspects. Plus 1 on that. And that was our last dispatch call into the 911 center. Let's see what else. Do we have anything else? So we had a home invasion here. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 suspects taken into custody, plus 3 on that. I think we had 2 home invasions, if I remember correctly. Didn't we have another one? Yeah, here's a second one here. Looks like 2 suspects there, and homeowner was given first aid +3. All right, not bad. Anything else? Dog biting incident. +2 on that, plus $1,200 ticket. Had a couple loud parties, if I remember correctly, or at least one. I thought we had more than one, though. No, it looks like just the one. Looks like about $3K in fines there. No reputation gain, but no loss either. Okay, just route tickets. No big deal. Anything else? ATM robbery. All right, some fights, some injuries there. +4 reputation. Construction incident. This seemed like this was the call I just couldn't get closed out. So we had a person given first aid. There was an obstacle that had to be removed, and a medical transport was necessary. All right, +5 on that. I'm glad we got +5 because that was a pain in the ass. And schizophrenia, that was a search and rescue call. So we found a person, gave her first aid, +4 on that as well. All right, so 2 promotions. No injuries on the shift. Lots of fines and cash. Very nice. All right, a little bit hectic there, but not too bad. Turned out good. Everything turned out good there. All right, so what did I miss? So yeah, guys, wasn't a matter of me being in the zone. It's just that, you know, it's just you kind of have to keep up. So while I'm actually managing the shift, it's very hard to keep up on chat. So yeah, dude cut his leg off in a workshop accident, Daffy's. So GG, thank you. Well on shift, thank you, Chain. But yeah, we got a new patch, Daffy. So they said they addressed some of the balancing issues that that I was remarking about the last couple times I streamed this, and it looks like they did. So it looks like the shifts are much more manageable than the last couple times we tried to stream it. Also, Daffy, I think you had kind of missed the news, but we got Chain hanging in today, but we hadn't seen Chain in a couple weeks, Daffy, because his mom passed away a couple weeks ago. So luckily he is back with us tonight, hanging out, getting some relaxation. He's back home from Texas, where his mom was. So yes, Chain again. Again, as I already told you, sorry for your loss, man. But I just wanted to make sure the other guys knew why you had been away for a little while. Let's see what else. Chain said, "Always go for the money, right?" Watching the game, drinking a bud. Oh, you know what, Davis? I just got your reference now, man. From the old commercials. I got you now. Yeah. Scott had asked me a question. I don't know if Scott's still hanging out. Should you get World to Subways too? I would say yes, Scott. But, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, when I got it, and I don't know what it's currently selling for, but when I got it, I caught it on a Steam sale that weekend. It was like $6.99 US. So, I mean, for $7, I think it's. I mean, what else are you gonna spend $7 on, right? A nice sandwich or something. Blast Puppet said, "Calling the National Guard." Yeah. Well, you can do that in this game, Blast Puppet. I don't know if you're as familiar with how it works, but there's a reserve menu that you can call in reinforcements from if you have enough cash, and there is practically literally a National Guard troop that you can call in to handle, some heavy emergencies. All right. Oh, also, Chain had mentioned there's some convincing voice actors, he said. Yeah, and the reason why, Chain, is because the main 911 operator here The actor he actually used to be a 911 operator in real life. So that's why he's convincing, because he literally did the job. Daffy says can't even get $7. Can't even get that for $7 anymore. Ah, okay. All right, guys. I'm going to take a quick break, a little bio break. Again, good to see all you guys. Thanks for hanging out. So I'm going to take a very quick break, and I will be back in a handful of minutes. So everybody enjoy your buds, enjoy your Sam Adams, and actually you got me thinking about going down and seeing what's in my liquor locker. All right, guys. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thanks. All right, so let's head back to our Tampa department. Blast Pop says, your first time seeing this game. Oh, okay, Blast Pop. Yeah, like I said, actually, because I picked up the BR-155, I had thought about... thanks, Daffies. I thought about actually streaming Train Sim World tonight, because I hadn't streamed it in a long time, actually. But since there was a new patch put out for 911 just this week, I figured I'd give it a try, see how it's playing. So far so good. I think the balance for this is definitely seems to be better than it was. I still have one of the main DLCs deactivated though, but the rest of the game is definitely playing better than it had the last couple times we streamed it. I did get the 155 Daffies, yes. Yeah, the only other thing I was looking for on the Steam sale, I was hoping for anyway, but I figured it was probably too new, was Tease Valley. So Tease Valley's not one of the ones that's on sale. But out of the other things that were on sale, yeah, I got the 155. So I'm hoping to be able to stream that a little bit sometime this weekend. And let me think, there was something else. Excuse me, something else I was thinking about related to that. I can't remember now. Oh, I know what it was. I was thinking, is Scott still hanging out? No, it looks like Scott ducked out. But Scott had dropped me a note in the middle of the week about a couple other things that he happened to see that were on sale. He thought I might be interested in. But it was kind of touch and go as to whether or not I was even going to get to stream tonight, because I had to do a little computer surgery midweek. I found out that basically my water cooler died, or my liquid cooler died, which is actually the second liquid cooler I've had to replace in the last roughly year and a half, I guess. So, yeah, so I ended up having to order replacement parts for that, and I got that done actually just last night. It was up kind of late last night finishing installing that. So luckily I was able to get that done, and we're up and running tonight. So yeah, this time I went with a different brand on my cooling system, and the one that I had bought previously, well, I had two in a row of the same type. I think it was I'm trying to remember the brand. Was it I kind of forget off the top of my head what it was right now, but I replaced it with a Corsair. So the one that I had a 1-year warranty on it, and that last one I bought lasted just over a year. This one has a 5-year warranty, so hopefully I won't have to worry about my cooling system for a while. All right. Oh, it was an Antec cooler. That's what it was. Don't have AC? Yeah, I have AC. And it's running right now, matter of fact, because it's been hot here this week. We've been having a string of 90-degree days. So it's technically our first heat wave of the summer. BRB, okay, Duffy's. Blast Pop says, not the biggest fan of German rails. Everything is red. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they got some mods out there for that. There are some people who have put mods out for Train Sim World. They reskin some of those trains. But yeah, all the German stuff is red. You're right about that. Luckily, I like red, so I don't. It doesn't bother me so much. Okay. All right, let's run in. Actually, before we run another shift, let's take stock of our petty cash here. So we got 135 plus K in petty cash right now. So we can probably start looking at another unit. Or do we want to keep stockpiling cash and look at a helicopter? Actually, I think what I want to do at this point is we got a little strained on our medical calls on that last shift. I think I want to buy another medical unit. Let me see if we have any staff that we could hire and staff another medical unit. So some okay recruits out here. So we could probably start with 2 paramedics. We don't really need a full 3-person crew, even though the game, you know, each paramedic unit accommodates 3 people. So let me hire this. This paramedic, Audrey Gray. She looks like a good recruit, pretty good stats there. And see if we can hire 1 partner for her, kind of as a starting unit. So she's a good driver, so I don't have to have a good driver to back her up. Let's hire this one, Zoe Nelson. And let's see about 1 paramedic unit. And I think, actually, how much do we need for a medical transport van? About the same price as a regular ambulance, except they hold more patients. So let's get a transport van online, and we will have these 2 staff it immediately. And let's add 1 more staff for them. Let's hire this guy, Sawyer Roberts. His first aid stats are pretty good. All right, so that'll give us a little bit more depth in our medical response. And I feel like I should be buying some additional equipment for our medical teams, because I haven't really given them any upgrades. Let's buy a defibrillator. Let's give them to our new unit, the medical transport. So we'll kind of keep them in reserve duty for like heavy response. Still feel like I should be buying some specialized search and rescue equipment. Let me see something. Do we have any good paramedics that we could probably hire here? Not paramedics, fire units. Fire staffers that we could hire, rather. Nah, none of their ratings really thrill me. All right, I was thinking maybe I could buy like a another fire unit and just like hire like or build or purchase like a fireman's pickup, which is kind of a faster response unit, and maybe equip them to be specialized search and rescue unit. But I don't have any really good firefighters I can hire. I would want at least one really good driver, unless I take them from another unit. But none of them really throw me. None of these recruits really throw me in terms of driving or tech skill. So that might be the next thing I'd like to go with, a specialized search and rescue unit. But none of the recruits there throw me, so I'm not going to go with that at this point. So in the meantime, we did get another police officer back on duty. Our one officer who was injured in the previous shift. But unfortunately, I don't have a ride for him right now because we hired somebody to kind of cover his old ride, which was the motorcycle unit. I mean, I could, put him back on the unit that he was on and kind of give him his partner back. I could do that. But I think I'm going to keep the two women that are riding on this unit together now. I'm not going to change them. And he can just sit the bench for now as a reserve. All right, so let's dial up another duty. And, hey, what? Today there will be a blizzard, but vehicles will move much slower. Helicopters can't be used. Are you sure you're ready to start the duty? Oh, come on. Okay, so this is one of the complaints that I had on one of the previous patches they had put out. Because it used to be that, I mean, our department, this is Tampa, Florida. We're not supposed to have blizzards in Tampa, Florida. But we were seeing the same thing in when we were running shifts in Los Angeles, where we were getting snow-based events in Los Angeles. And it used to be that in this game, you would kind of have more regionally appropriate events based on, where you were in the map geographically. Like you might have snow events in Canada, but you wouldn't have snow events in like Southern California or Florida. That's kind of ridiculous, So given that this is the last patch that they put in for this game, I was kind of hoping that was something they would have remedied, but it sounds like they didn't. They didn't fix that. They broke it, but they never refixed it. Climate change, maybe. I know, right, Blast Pop? I mean, that's kind of extreme climate change. I mean, I'm getting snow blizzard events in Florida. I'm kind of not feeling that, All right, well, that's a little disappointing. It does sound like they got the balance events. They got the event balance corrected, but they didn't fix the geographically oriented events. So that's unfortunate. Oh well. All right. Well, I don't think we have much choice about it. Let's just run the duty, and we'll see how we make out. We'll suspend disbelief, and we'll just say there's a rogue snowstorm in Tampa, Florida. Kappa. All right, let's start the duty. All right, frozen water pipes. Water pipe is frozen, cutting off the whole neighborhood from the supply. So it's a large technical job. Let's dispatch the tech truck. Take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? There's a man passed out in the snow right in front of my house.
Hey, Donna.
Take him away from here.
Welcome back, Daffys.
Where exactly are you, man?
It's, all the way to one drive.
Ma'am, is the man breathing?
Yes, he is. But he's completely drunk. It's really cold out, and he can freeze to death if you don't come and get him.
Ma'am, how do you know he's drunk?
I could smell the booze coming off him when I checked if his breathing. How can one sink down so much? The worst thing is, he's not an old salt. He's a young man wearing nice clothes, but he drinks until he passes out.
Did you give him first aid?
I don't know a thing about that. I did what I was supposed to. I've called you, and now he's your problem.
Ma'am, we don't know how long he's been passed out in front of your house. If you don't help him, he could get frostbite or worse.
Okay then. I want my conscience clear. What should I do?
Well, he can't stay out in the cold, so we need to get him inside and warm him up.
But where? This is a residential neighborhood. There's no place to take him.
In that case, you'll need to take him into your home.
What? I'm not bringing a drunk stranger into my house.
Ma'am, we don't know how long he's been passed out in front of your house. If he's been there a while, he might die before the ambulance gets there. He needs to be taken to a warm place immediately.
Okay, but how am I supposed to move him? There's no one around to help me.
Okay, you'll need to grab him by his arms and pull him. Hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult and you'll be able to move him.
Really? Okay, I'll try. I did it. He's so heavy. Where should I place him?
Hey, Sam.
You need to warm him up. Get blankets on him and turn up the heat in your house. And maybe put him near a radiator
How you
to
doing,
help him
Sam?
warm up faster.
Done.
Can you cover him with a blanket?
Done. I think he's slowly recovering.
Please give him something warm to drink when he regains consciousness, okay? The ambulance will be there soon.
Okay, I'll do it. Just get here, please.
All right. So hopefully that's squared away. Hey, what was that real quick? Unit stuck in the snow. Team members are clearing the path. Other unit support might be necessary. Oh, so we had an ambulance stuck. Let's take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? There's no power. Get here fast. Now.
What happened?
The power's out. I was just sitting here playing Rustler, and then it was like boom, and everything went black. Fix it fast.
What's your address?
It's
Does that cause any serious threat?
yes. I can't play Rustler.
Is anyone hurt?
Well, I killed a bunch of peasants before power went out.
You what?
Peasants. In the game, I'm a medieval gangster and I steal stuff. You know, I'm a rustler, yo.
Sorry, this isn't an emergency. I can't help you.
What? There is no...
All right, later for that dude. All right. All right, I'm going to get dinged on that because I didn't complete the call. I just hung up on him, but I was tired of hearing his voice. I'm sure everybody was. How you doing, Sam? This is new? No, it's not new. This is actually an older game. We haven't streamed it in a while, though, so you probably haven't seen me play it. All right, so because this is a blizzard situation, all our medical responses, or all our responses, period, are slower than they normally are. And it's just taking a long time for people to get to different places. So let's see, large technical job there. What is this one? Wait, I thought I sent an ambulance there to deal with that. That's the woman who just called and took the passed out guy into her house.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? There's been an accident. A truck flipped over on its side.
Where did it happen?
I'm not sure. I don't really know the area.
Okay, do you see any landmarks or buildings around you? Something that might help tell you where you are.
Hold on. Yes. I can see a building with an address on it. It says... Northwood 278.
You said it was a truck that was involved in the accident. What kind of truck?
It's a tanker truck. I think it hit the barrier and then flipped.
Can you tell if anyone's injured?
I don't know. I can't see or hear anything from where I'm standing. Should I approach the truck and check?
No, it's a tanker truck.
Please, be very careful and don't get too close.
Understood.
Help is on the way. If you can, secure the scene. If you have a roadside emergency kit, set your reflective triangle behind your vehicle and stay there until the emergency services arrive.
Okay. Is there anything else I could do?
That's all. Help will arrive soon.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Alrighty, so let's see. People trapped in a house there. What's this? Icicle wounded a pedestrian. Alright, things are getting a little hectic. What is this one? Frozen car lot. Technical job. Alright, so I'm running out of fire department units at this point. Let's see. Hey. Excellent. Alright, so police units to handle the car accident. We'll send an ambulance to back them up. What else do I have here? Frozen car lock. That is minor technical job. That's not super important. What else do we have? Icicle wounded a pedestrian. Send a paramedic to look at that. What is this one? Fall. Slip and fall. Do I have a free paramedic? I do, but they're way across the map. Let me send them one to back up this car accident. And okay, they're free. I'll send them to handle the slip and fall. And everybody's moving so slow. What is this again? That's a technical job? Somebody just got hit with an icicle. How's that a technical job? But okay. Alright, so we'll send a fire department unit there. What do we need here? Unit stuck in the snow again, so we'll send another fire department unit to get our ambulance dug out of the snow there. What else do we have? Fall from a high building. Person has slipped by removing snow from the roof. Yikes. Do I have a free medical unit anywhere? I do not. All my medical units are en route or otherwise engaged. Wait, here's a free unit. We'll send them to handle this fall. Or actually, this unit's closer. Let me send them. What is this one? Another fall from a high building. Okay, I'll send one to that one and the other one to this one. Alright, so that's okay. Let's see. Another unit stuck in the snow. Jeez. Alright. Alright, so what is this down here that's going on? This is the... I don't know what that is. Just this truck. That's no help. But we need police... Oh, somebody died here. Oh, that was the tanker truck. Okay, so we need a police unit there to respond. And we do need a medical unit. I need one free medical unit. Alright, this one's kind of way north, but it's the only free unit I have at the moment. What else we got here? I could have sworn I told this unit to handle the slip and fall. Why are they retreating back to the hospital? Another slip and fall. Right. So mostly medical and fire calls. Not a lot of police activity. Traffic accident. One injury. Another technical job needed. Alright, so I'm lucky I hired an extra medical unit just before this shift because all we're getting is medical calls, but still not enough. Things are very hectic. Collapsed roof, large technical job. Yikes. Alright, so now all my fire units are tied up. Let me see if I have enough money to hire reinforcements. Nope, no reinforcements available on the menu. Jeez, okay. Okay, so what else can I do? Alright, what is this unit? Is this unit free?
Heading over there.
They are, so good deal with that. Another foot injury, that's low on the triage level. What other medical cases do I have? I got one free ambulance, it looks like. Traffic accident, large technical job.
Reporting. Understood.
Could have sworn I sent that fire truck over there. He still hasn't gotten there, so we'll send that ambulance to help him with that. What's here? Collapsed roof. Where are you going? You're going here to the slip and fall. Oh, that one timed out right as he got there. Wonderful. Alright, so that's the collapsed roof. They need fire department response there. I'll send you. Okay. So these guys are taking forever to get there, and this guy just gave up. Just if you do what I tell you to do, these calls will be closed. But they're giving up in the middle of their trip. So that's not good. I haven't seen that behavior before. All right, so
I'm listening. Right away.
I'm seeing they've dealt with some of the balance issues, but you can see right now this is kind of unbalanced, and I'm seeing some bugs with response where I tell them to do something and then they just stop doing it.
Waiting for order. Understood.
So kind of unfortunate this is going to be the last 911 patch because they didn't fix all the issues. They fixed some of them I can see, but unfortunately this is going to be the final state of the game, so oh well. And what are you doing? Didn't I give you something to do? Go do that. Let's see, you're going there. What do we have here? Somebody trapped in the house, technical job. Let's send a fire department unit there. Are you guys done here yet? So there's a fatality on scene they need to deal with. Alright, they're finally done with that tanker truck accident. Okay. So, free truck here. What is this? Dead car battery. Alright, so go deal with the dead car battery. Collapsed roof. Go deal with the collapsed roof, please. Just to keep the call from timing out. And I need one fire truck to deal with that. So,
I'm listening.
Cannot do that. Waiting for instructions.
you go help with that. Alright. And what else do we have? We got a collapsed roof. You go in there? Okay, so I would do. Okay, so I got a fire truck responding there. Okay, he freed that up quick. I'll have him go help with this other collapsed roof. I got roofs caving in all over the place here. That's our last call? No, we still got a. What's this? Trapped in a house. A family can't leave their house because snow has blocked all entrances. Okay. Jeez, he keeps. Okay, so I've given him a job 3 times and he keeps giving up on it. Alright, go do that. Make yourself useful. Jeez. Alright, so is that our last call? That is our last call. That was a pain in the butt. I mean, if they just did what I told them to do the first time, half the time, it wouldn't have been quite so troublesome. Could be related to the blizzard? Maybe. I mean, I've seen blizzard scenarios before, but usually, I mean, they don't give up on calls when you give them an assignment. It just takes them longer to get there. But that one is like you'd click, they'd get there halfway, and they'd just go, and they'd give up completely. So that's new behavior. I'm not used to that. So that wasn't a great shift. We ended up with negative 21 on our reputation, mostly because we had a lot of timeouts. Yeah, power outage missed here. Pedestrian hit by a car, didn't respond there. Frozen car lock, didn't get somebody there in time. I mean, that's pretty low in terms of triage priority anyway. 2 falls from a high building that timed out. How many times did I assign somebody to go deal with those high falls, and they just never got there? Another fall here, timed out. Traffic accident here, timed out. Foot injury, timeout. Alright, so this is the tanker truck accident, but what happened that we got negative reputation? It says, injured driver has died. Destroyed truck, fix removed. The dead driver was reported dead. Yeah, that makes no sense. It's kind of redundant. All right, so that was a bad call. We just couldn't get people there in time, I guess. Raven, welcome, and thanks for the host. Appreciate it. And welcome, Awesome Knots from Raven Stream. So you guys dropped in right at the end of, so far, a pretty bad shift in 911 operator. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Raven, how'd your stream go tonight? And Husky Ninja, thank you for the host. Appreciate it. Donna said you bought Reverse Ignored. Okay, cool, Donna. Good to see you, Husky. How you doing tonight? Raven said couldn't fit through the door. We'll make bigger doors, Raven. Husky says so far so good. Nice, Husky. Yeah, so we're doing a little 911 operator tonight, mainly because the dev just released what they are calling their final patch for the game, as they divert resources to their sequel to 911 operator, which is going to be called 112 operator. That'll be released, I believe, in 2020. So even though this is kind of an older game, they gave us kind of a going away patch. And so far, we run a couple shifts tonight. We've been doing pretty good so far. This past shift that we did, because we kind of had a snow emergency in Tampa, of all places, ended up being kind of our worst shift. So normally I would kind of go through the shift summary here and look at some of our more interesting cases, but I mean that shift was pretty much a disaster. So I'm not even going to bother going through the details. So we ended up with minus 21 reputation. We have one dead. Our first death on shift for the night. Somebody died in a tanker truck accident. But we did end up with 3 promotions. 2 police officers and 1 paramedic got promoted, and we didn't have any injuries among our first responders, so that's good. And we ended up with negative profit from the shift, so yeah, that's kind of a buzzkill. We've been doing pretty good on shifts up until that point. So again, anybody who's not following Zero Gravity Theater, that is a stream of our buddy Raven Zero, who runs the Zero Gravity Theater. And on Friday nights, he normally does a Fright Night Friday stream. And Raven, what were you doing tonight? I forgot. You were doing Criminal Origins, I believe, or whatever that game is called. It's weird, man. Super weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen that. I might have to go back and look at the VOD this weekend. I've heard of the game, but I've never actually seen it. How was my week? Week was kind of rough. But as you can see, because we're up and running on stream, the one good thing that happened this week is I got my emergency PC surgery done. So we're back in business. Woo-hoo. So yeah, I was up kind of late last night, kind of after your stream wrapped, and was able to finish up my my repairs on the PC. So yeah, we're back in stream. let's see. Sam the Man Gas says, "Do you think it's money the game worth the money the game? Which game? This one, Sam?" Liquid cooler for PC. Do I think it's worth the money? Oh, Daffy said liquid cooler for PC. Colors threw me off there. Do I think this game is worth the money? Well, right now I don't know what it currently costs. But the one caveat I would say is that the last couple patches that they have put out for this game kind of threw off the balance a little bit. So the patch that we got this week was supposed to kind of restore balance. And for the most part, I think it kind of did, except for you can see the way the last shift went. It kind of was a bit out of control. So I would say their last patch kind of had some mixed success. So I would say if you've never played 911 Operator before, at this point, I would probably advise you to wait for the new game to come out, 112 Operator. So I can't really say I can give this particular game my full recommendation. I think it was pretty good for a long time. I do have all the DLCs, but some of the DLCs combined with some of the more recent patches they put out over the past calendar year, kind of those things are seeming to not play well together. So there's some elements of the game that are still unbalanced, in my opinion, despite the current patch. Daffy said liquid cooler for PC. Now you get it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. All right. Raven said, "Hear you've been busy myself." Okay. So Raven, I can't tell if you actually like the game or not. You said it's weird, super weird. So is that a good kind of weird or kind of maybe never again weird? Donna said, "One dead. A better name was Donna. You're good at that." Gee, thanks, Donna. No, it was a man. It was apparently a truck driver, from what I remember seeing from the call log. He died in a tanker truck accident. So, no, that happened before we got there, Donna, so there's nothing I could do about that, unfortunately. But yeah, Sam, like I said, this current game, 911 Operator has been around for, this particular game's been around for a few years now. One decent thing about it, if you kind of like the style of gameplay, is that not only are there 4, I think, official DLCs from the current dev, but there's a lot of community, what do you call a community DLC? A workshop content on Steam. So there's a lot of community provided, DLC of sorts, some better than others. So there's a lot of content for it if you kind of like it. I would say if you want to try it, just look for it on a good sale. I kind of forget what I paid for it at the time. But even now, I don't think it's super expensive. But my recommendation would be probably to wait for the newer game, 112 Operator, when it does come out. And I'll post a link to that on chat. You can read up a little bit more about it. It's on Steam sale right now? Okay. Oh, it's $5 right now. Yeah, I mean, for $5, I mean, how mad can you get if you don't like it, right? Yeah, 70% off. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, and all the DLC is from between 50 and 70% off as well. So Yeah, there's 4 DLCs for it. I mean, I like the search and rescue one. Special resources is actually, why is that? I thought that was a free DLC. Okay, that was originally a free DLC when it first came out. I'm surprised they're charging for it. First response is okay. The one I'm having a problem with that I turned off was Every Life Matters. That's supposed to be kind of like large scale, you know, epic event type things. So like, you know, the Boston riots and, you know, raging forest fires and all kinds of crazy things like that. And with the last couple patches, that seemed to be the content that was the most unbalanced to me, so I had turned it off. And I still have it kind of turned off right now. So, you know, kind of hard to really decide on how effective the last patch was. But based on our last shift just now, I'm not really encouraged that they fixed everything they needed to. Okay. So let me see. We didn't have any injuries on the last shift. So even though that particular shift was a little bit discouraging, I think I'm going to run one more shift. I don't know. Usually big events like the blizzards, yeah, it's a 2-day event. So, you know, we might be in for more of the same on the second day. So, Husky, if you're still hanging out, did you decide what you're gonna do as far as your next XCOM playthrough? Did you decide if you're going to do XCOM 2 or not? You're gonna try Any Move Within again? Okay, cool. Try to take lessons learned into it from the last one, I guess. Okay. Yeah, good luck, man. That was kind of tough last night. It was a good stream. I enjoyed it, but yeah, that was kind of tough. But that's XCOM, right? Like I said, XCOM being XCOM. Win some, you lose some. All right. All right, so let's see if we can get through one more shift here. It's not encouraged with that last shift, but let's see how this one works out. XCOM is a cruel mistress, Husky says. That it is. All right, electrical hazard. Let's dispatch a tech truck, and then we'll take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hey, I'm calling to report a bum.
Could you please tell me your address?
I'm at...
Okay, so what's going on there?
This beggar is coming to my bar, and he's bothering my customers.
What are these choices?
Have security remove him. That should take care of it.
Yeah, I guess we could do it. Tommy, Bobby, take this guy outside and explain to him once and for all that he ain't welcome here.
Okay. So I had started to dispatch a squad car there, but sounds like they handled it themselves. They call us for. All right, so we'll ignore that one. All right, so this one that popped up right when that call came in, what is this? Electrical hazard. So we got a tech truck on the scene there dealing with that. That's fine. A frozen man. Victim was found frozen on the street, remains unconscious. Hospitalization needed. All right, so we'll send an ambulance there immediately. All right, so that's our only call on the board. All right, so far seems to be somewhat manageable compared to our last shift, which was kind of completely out of control at the end. Icicle wounded a pedestrian. Let's take this phone call.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello, I want to report a missing person.
Who's missing?
My husband.
What happened?
I don't know. He would always come back home after work. It's been hours. Something's wrong.
Sam says, got to head off. Okay, Sam, thanks for dropping in.
Ma'am, what's the address of the place where he was last seen?
It's
Yep, have a good day, Sam.
Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
no. I called two of his friends, but they don't know anything. He's not with them, and he didn't mention going anywhere after work.
When did you see him for the last time?
This morning,
Does he have a phone?
I tried to call him. He won't pick up. It just rings and rings.
All right. Well, we got some
I'll
free
notify the
units,
proper
so
forces. They'll conduct a search.
I'll send somebody to help look for him
Goodbye.
while we have some free units.
Goodbye.
If it was a lot busier, I probably wouldn't bother. All right, so let's see. Another frozen man. Jeez, people freezing to death left and right in the street.
We're right 10-4.
All right, so we'll send an ambulance to deal with that. Problem here is response time. In snow events, everything moves slower. And that was the biggest problem we had in our last shift. A lot of stuff timed out just because things weren't getting there in time. All right, so we got a fire truck stuck in the snow. All right, they freed themselves, but I need them to respond to this call. All right, what popped up here? Electrical hazard. Need for a technical unit. All right, so... Man, it would have to be the furthest away from our free units, wouldn't it? Take this phone
911,
call.
what's your emergency?
Please help! A truck skidded across the highway and flipped over. It's right in the middle of the road. Please send help.
I hope it's not another tanker truck.
Where did it happen?
I'm not sure. I don't really know the area.
Do you have GPS?
I don't have one.
Okay, do you see any landmarks or buildings around you? Something that might help tell you where you are.
Hold on. Yes, I can see a building with an address on it. It says... Northwood 278.
You said it was a truck that was involved in the accident. What kind of truck?
It's one of those big tractor trailers. It's lying on its side in the middle of the road. I don't know what happened, but it doesn't look like any other cars were involved.
Can you tell if anyone's injured?
I don't know. I can't see or hear anything from where I'm standing. Should I approach the truck and check?
All right, you said tractor trailer, but not a tanker truck.
Get close enough to check what cargo it was carrying.
Hold on. The trailer's open. I can see some smashed furniture inside.
All right, doesn't sound like a major hazard.
In that case, it's safe to approach the driver and see if he's okay.
The driver's inside. He's unconscious. Damn!
Sounds like Daffy's
He's
Donna.
completely stuck. The dashboard and steering wheel have him pinned. There's no way I can get him out.
Help is on the way. If you can, secure the scene. If you have a roadside emergency kit, set your reflective triangle behind your vehicle and stay there until the emergency services arrive.
Okay. Is there anything else I could do?
That's all. Help will arrive soon.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
All right, we hope help will arrive soon. All right, we'll see what happens there. All right, so we got another new call popped up here. Fallen tree. Tree is blocking traffic. Okay, so we need... Could use a fire department unit to respond there, but I don't have a free unit, so that's going to have to wait. And now stuff is starting to pop faster than I can deal with it. Another unit stuck in the snow. They need help. Jeez, let me see if we can get a police unit or something to help them. What's this one? Pedestrian hit by a car. So we're going to need an ambulance there and a police unit. Let's send this motorcycle unit. They're close. But I got to imagine my motorcycles don't run very well in the snow. Alright, so now what's popped up? Another unit stuck in the snow. Alright, so this paramedic responded, and they're free. Did I have another medical call I needed to deal with? Let me see. Pedestrian hit by a car. I think I already have a, yeah, I already have an ambulance going to that, but I need a police unit. Alright, so I got police and medical going there. Alright, I'll redivert this truck to deal with that because they're closer. Fire truck. What is this called? Icicle wounded a pedestrian. So I need an ambulance and a fire department unit. They're way far away, but I just don't have a lot of units close. Except them. I'll send them. See if they can get there first, maybe. What is this one? Fallen tree. Alright, I got a tech truck right there. I'll send a tech truck to deal with the fallen tree. Got a man frozen. I got another unit here dealing with... Jeez, I couldn't even read it. They dealt with that so fast. Okay, good enough. What are they dealing with out here? It's a truck accident, but they need police and fire department response. So you're okay. You go deal with that. And see if we can get this ambulance over there. They're closer than the one I had originally dispatched. What is this? Another frozen man. I'll divert this ambulance to deal with the frozen man there. What is this? Pedestrian hit by a car. I need a police unit to look at that. What is this? Icicle wounded a pedestrian. Fire truck, go deal with that. And do I have another ambulance that can help? Yeah, but way far away. Alright, so in this shift, the pace of calls is somewhat manageable. It's just distance. It's like the game is picking the furthest distance from where our only free units are. So game knows what it's doing. It's causing a serious chaos. Alright, what is that? Oh, they got stuck in the snow en route. Jeez. They're right next to the call. Really? And they got stuck. Alright, what else popped up? That is another electrical hazard. Where is that? Alright, I need a fire department unit to deal with that, but I don't have one. Come on, somebody... Alright, I got one free police unit. Okay, so this one freed themselves. Go deal with that, please. Now what? What is this? Another unit stuck in the snow. Jeez, everybody's getting stuck in the snow. What do they need over here? They need an ambulance. Do I have a free paramedic anywhere? They're en route there. They're on route to the hospital. And this one is stuck in the snow. Jeez. And everybody's moving slow as molasses. What is this? Frozen water pipe. So I need a fire department unit to go deal with that. Can you go help them, please? Wounded pedestrian. Okay, there's nothing else I can do with that. Boy, they're taking forever to get down there. Alright, what is that? Frozen car lock. That is not a major priority, and I don't have any free units anyway. Maybe police can go help them. Give them something to do. I don't have a lot of police calls right now. But it's mostly my ambulances. My ambulances keep getting stuck in the snow. Alright, what is this? Home invasion. Alright, there's a police call. Send the SWAT van to look at that. And we'll send a medical transport right behind them, because just in case things get tough there. What are they waiting for down here? This has been a call forever. This is the missing persons call. The woman who called about her husband being missing. Alright, so shift clock is at 0, so whatever's on the board is our last set of calls for right now. Home invasion is a big deal. Let me send this motorcycle down here to help with this search. What else do we have on the board? Home invasion. I got units responding. Hopefully they get there in time. Send them as a backup. Alright, what else? Broken heating pipe. I need a fire department unit to deal with that. But I got no units close. Jeez. I swear the game figures out where your units are and they place calls the furthest from them. Frozen water pipe there. Okay, we got somebody dealing with that already. I'm only free fire department unit. This will probably time out before they respond. What else we got? What do we need here? This is the search and rescue. They need a paramedic unit. Free paramedic here. You guys go help with that if you can get there in time. What else do I have on the board? Just 2 calls left. Alright, so this shift feels slightly better than the last shift. The only problem is I still might have missed a crap ton of stuff. Can somebody go help with this before this time's out, please? Alright, so this is our last call of the night, of the shift. And everybody's just so slow. Somebody get there. Somebody get there, please. Jeez.
Waiting for instructions.
What are the orders? Waiting for orders.
Alright, so we got a cop unit there. At least this won't time out. But it's going to be very slow in them responding or resolving the issue. If we could just get this fire department unit there, they could resolve this in seconds. Husband missing party time, says Daffy's. Donna says, it's almost like the game is reminding you it's a game and you're required to do things. Yeah, the nerve of it, right, Donna? Making me do things. Raven said, I wonder if these are real calls. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Raven. I think it's all voice acting. All right, reputation still in the red, minus 11. We did get 2 staff promotions, 1 firefighter and 1 paramedic promotion. But yeah, we still missed a crap ton of stuff. So all the red marks are calls that we didn't respond to in time. So we get negative reputation for those. All the black marks are positive reputation we got for properly responding. But that's just a matter of resources. That was just vehicles moving slowly through the snow and, you know, just the sheer number of calls. So that sucked. So what happened to Daffy's in your truck? That's a good question. So let's see if we can find it, Daffy's. Truck. I think it was this call. So let's see. Road accident involving a truck tipping over. Was this the one with the furniture? Yeah, truck with smashed furniture inside. So injured driver died. Okay, so sorry, Daffy's. So because the driver died, we got -2 reputation. I mean, it wasn't like we didn't respond. We responded. It's just with the snow conditions, I mean, they just couldn't get there, but so fast. So I don't know if that's the kind of thing he died on impact or he just died because we couldn't get there in time. So, yeah. So, yeah, better luck next time, Duffy's. Donna says, I bet the truck driver is the missing husband. Yeah. Speaking of missing husband, let's see what happened with that. So, caller reported a missing person. We dispatched search unit successfully resolved. We got +3 reputation, so does that mean we found him? I kind of don't remember now. Oh, yeah, we did find him because those type of calls resolve usually, when you resolve the first part of it, it splits into a second second part, and here's the second part here. So the second part was missing husband was given first aid, successfully resolved, +3 reputation. So woohoo, we got that one anyway. Found him where? I don't know. Found him somewhere within the search grid. It doesn't say specifically. Donna says in the truck. Yeah, he was in the truck with his second wife. She probably killed him when she found out about his first wife. But other than that, yeah, we just ended up with a lot of missed calls. Just response time was pretty slow. But I feel like that was out of my control. Wasn't much I could do about that. Because a lot of our units just kept getting stuck in the snow, you know. Let me see, did we miss anything else critical? We got negative. Okay, so this was the bar owner that called, or the restaurant owner or whatever. He said a homeless man came into his shop. So we got negative reputation on that. So we handled that poorly, apparently. So, yeah, he said he came into the shop bothering our customers. And I said, have security remove him. And they did. So I said, homeless man got beaten by the restaurant security. Okay, so I guess we were supposed to send the police. But what's the point? He has his own security, right? Why should we send the police? So I don't agree with that at all, but okay, whatever. Exactly, Donna. It is Tampa, Florida. So this is the same thing we were having a problem with before they put out this patch this week, where this game used to have regionally appropriate weather events, and we had a problem kind of starting last fall when I was streaming it, where we were running shifts in Los Angeles and we were getting blizzard events, you know, and that didn't used to happen, but it was like one of the patches that they put out sometime last year kind of started. It basically broke that part of the game, because I never used to see those type of things in warm weather locations, and now this one's in Florida, so. Yeah. So, yeah, you can see it right here, Tampa. So, yeah, that's just one of the things that they did not apparently fix properly with this patch. So, that's why, Sam the Man was asking, would I recommend him pick this up? Well, in this current state, no. If he could have picked it up, I would say about 12 calendar months ago, before some of the last couple patches came out for it. We didn't used to have a lot of the problems that we're having right now. So, yeah, at this point, anybody who kind of likes this game style, I would say, even though this thing's only $5 right now, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I would say just wait till the new game comes out, 112 Operator, the sequel, and hopefully, they'll learn from their mistakes in this one, and that'll be in a better state. But even this one, 911 Operator, has been out for a while. I'm trying to remember exactly when it came out. Okay, so this one came out early 2017. I thought it was older than that for some reason. I thought it was maybe about 4 or 5 years old, but it's only 2 years old. Okay, my mistake. But still, I think it'd probably be better at this point to wait for the new game. Daffy says maybe there's a Tampa in Alaska. Yeah. All right, so we ran a few shifts here tonight in Tampa. Seems like our early shifts were doing pretty good. It looks like they did a good job fixing some of the balancing issues that we had been seeing, but it still seems like major events like those snow blizzards events that we just looked at still have issues. They're not fully balanced yet. So yeah, a little disappointed. I was hoping when they put that patch out that they would have fixed more of those events, but they kind of didn't. So we're still having some issues there. But it's an older game at this point. Just look forward to the sequel and hope it fixes a lot of this game's issues. All right. All right, so I think I've had my fill of 911 operator for the night, guys. And I think I'm probably going to wrap the stream here. Husky says there are mods for this game. Yeah, there's a lot of workshop DLC for it, Husky, on Steam, which is basically, you know, community provided mods. So I've tried just about all of them, the workshop content. Some is better than others. The better workshop DLCs I still have installed in the game, and if you were here long enough, you might have heard one or two of those scenarios actually played on tonight's stream. But yeah, I mean, the workshop content tends to be hit or miss. But like I said, right now on the Steam sale, 911 Operator is available for $4.99 US. So, you know, it's the kind of thing, if you want to try it, just to try it, it's not costing you a lot to do so. And I do also have all the developers DLCs. There's 4 of them at the moment, and they're all on sale as well. All right, everybody have a great night. Thanks again for hanging out, and have a great weekend, and see you guys next time. Appreciate it. See ya.